Hi there and welcome to day 8. We are going to start off in melting heart. So with your knees underneath your hips, arms extended onto the floor, close down your eyes, forehead on the floor. Bring your attention inwards as you open up through the front of the body. Keep breathing nice and smoothly. Bring your attention inwards and just allow it to rest on your breath. You just take a moment to commit to the next 10-15 minutes of practice together. And then gently bring your body to rest on the mat, on your elbows, coming into Sphinx, opening up through the front of your body. Taking it into the lower back. Bring your awareness to your heart space as you breathe in and out through this sacred space. And then gently guide yourself back onto your heels, pressing up onto your knees and sitting back onto your heels, coming into child's pose. Stretching out through that lower back, counterposing the back bends. Coming up onto your knees as you breathe in and curl the toes under as you breathe out. Walking your dog, alternate heels to the floor. Activating and stretching through the glutes, the hamstrings and the calves. Lowering both heels towards the floor. And we're going to come into pigeon pose. Now normally I would do this from a 3-legged dog, but I wasn't up for 3-legged dog even 8 days in after I caught my sciatica. So the best way I can advise you to do this is to come down onto your left knee, and then you're going to bring your right knee up to where your right hand is, and you're going to gently ease that back leg out behind you, and then that front lower leg is on an angle. Now ideally we want it level with the front of the mat, but that is reliant on a great deal of knee and hip flexibility most people don't have. You're going to rest on your fingertips, opening up through the front of the body, pigeon pose. Now I just want to show you this front way on. So you can see that my lower leg is on an angle about 60 odd degrees. I'm up on the fingertips, back leg stretched out behind me, pigeon pose. This is great for opening up through the outer hip of that front leg. Also opening up into the heart centre, taking it into the lower back, and we're up on our fingertips. Stay here, or you can come down onto your forearms, all the way down onto your front. So if you're going to come down onto the elbows, just release onto the elbows. You can interlace your hands and place your head in your hands, or you can place the hands on the floor and rest your forehead on the floor. You may want to place a block under your forehead. You may want to place a block underneath this hip here to support it. You may not want to come down at all. If you didn't come down, I suggest maybe you slide back into child's pose. If you did come down onto the floor, Take your hands just slightly in front of the knee, guide yourself up really gently. Curl the back toes under as you step that back leg into downward dog. If you came into child's pose, please join us when you're ready in downward dog. Just walking your dog and then lower both heels towards the floor. Come down onto the right knee. As you breathe in, bringing that left knee up to the left hand, bring the foot out to the side, ease that back leg back, come up onto the fingertips, opening up through the front of the body. Coming back to the breath, pigeon pose. If you wish, come down onto the elbows. If you've had enough, sink back into child's pose. Place your head in your hands or place your head on the floor and extend your arms out in front. The more you flex that front foot, the deeper the stretch in the outer hip of that front leg. And then bringing the hands near to the knees or the front knee, curl the back toes under, step back into downward dog. If you're in child's pose, please come and meet us in downward dog. Just walking your dog, settling into the posture, bringing both heels towards the floor, connect to your palms, sinking down onto your knees as you breathe in, cross the feet and allow your bottom to sit just behind your feet, extending the legs out in front. Breathing in, reaching all the way up, and breathe out, coming into a forward fold. Taking hold of your legs or using your strap around your feet. Watch the shoulders don't creep up by the ears, roll the shoulders back and down. Take a tiny micro bend in the knees if you need it to protect the hamstrings. Bringing the chest over the thighs and extending out through the crown of the head, elongating through the spine. Keep breathing nice and smoothly. Gently releasing the hands, taking the arms overhead as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, lower the hands down by the hips. Bending the knees. Shifting your bottom up towards your hips and coming to rest on your back. Placing both hands either side of your hips, palms facing down. As you breathe in, gently guide your hips up towards the ceiling. Don't take it too high, and as you breathe out, lower the hips towards the floor. Breathing in, guiding the hips up towards the ceiling, take them a little bit higher. And breathe out, lower the hips to the floor. Breathing in, guiding the hips a little bit higher. And breathe out, allow the hips to rest back on the floor. Last time, breathing in. without forcing it, squeezing it, scrunching it. Take it as high as you can, and as you breathe out, gently lower the hips to the floor, extending the right leg. And as you breathe in, bringing the left knee into the chest, breathing out, taking that knee down to the opposite side, opening up through the left buttock, through the glute. Keep breathing smoothly. Bring the knee back to center and breathe out, release the foot to the floor. Swapping it to the other side, bring the other knee into your chest. Breathe out, take the knee to the opposite side. Breathe in, bring the knee back to center. And breathe out, extend the leg onto the floor. Bending both knees, hugging both knees into your chest. Gently rocking from side to side. And then releasing the arms at shoulder height, palms facing down. Take a deep breath in, lower the knees down to one side, turn your head to the other, coming into a simple twist. Bringing the knees through center as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, lower the knees down to the other side, turning your head in the opposite direction. Bringing the knees through center, bringing the soles of the feet together, resting the outside edge of the feet on the floor, palms either side of the hips. Close down your eyes. Bring your awareness to the crown of your head. Soften your forehead and release the space between your eyes and around your eyes. Relax your mouth, tongue and jaw. Soften your throat and neck. Release your shoulders, arms and hands. Softening through the front of your body, through your heart center, solar plexus, your sacral center. And softening from the nape of your neck to the very tip of your tailbone. Release your hips, pelvis and buttocks by gently extending the leg onto the floor, taking the feet slightly wider than hip distance. Relaxing all the way down your legs, into your feet and out of your toes. Gently guiding your awareness back to your body and to your breath. Bring some movement back to your body by wriggling your fingers and your toes. And if you wish to stretch, take your arms along the floor, stretching your hands in the opposite direction to your feet. Bending your knees and rolling over onto your right hand side, taking a couple of breaths of transition. Gently using your hands to guide you, keeping your eyes closed and your head hung low. Slowly and gently transition to a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to heart center. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow for same but different. Namaste.